Okay, Jess, I'm going to unmute you now.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, this is going to be a good start to the day. Good evening, ladies. I'm going to give it just like a few seconds for a few more people to jump on. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. And I'm super excited to be on the Zoom with you guys tonight because the month is still young and I feel like I have fire in my veins right now. And I'm hoping that everything I just want to say to you girls kind of comes out the way that it needs to, so that you all can leave here feeling just inspired and ready to run the rest of the month. I know it's crazy. It's December of 2019. This year flew by. And honestly, I can't believe we're just days away from Christmas, days away from a new decade. And so it has been like just insane. And I know it's the busiest time of the year for everyone. It's not just our potentials, it's us too. There's family events and so many things that we're doing and shopping and spending money. And it's so hard to kind of put your blinders on this month, but it's also the very last month of our bonuses. And so I wanted just to come tonight and try to light that fire under us all to just keep going and keep strong this month because this is the last month. And so I wanted to talk tonight about diluting your momentum, because to me, this month is so valuable. It is so important for us just to have our game face on, to put our blinders on, to really move forward with full speed, despite all of the many distractions that are going to come up this month. And I know if you're anything like me, it's the beginning of the month still, but it's like enough days in for you to already be like, oh, I don't know if this can happen. So it's like we're in that really good spot where we have plenty of days to change the whole entire course of this month, but you've probably already let doubt creep in. And that's like what I want to talk about tonight. I want this to be interactive too. So I want to make sure this is something that you're relating to. So as I'm talking, if you're completely relating to it, let me know, because I don't want to speak on something that completely just goes over everyone's head. I want it to be something we can apply to our whole entire life, not just our business. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started because I'm sure most of the people are on, but I just threw my notes down. I told him before I went on this, I was like, that meme that's got like 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, and 3 kids that has like scrambled eggs, like smushed or whatever. I'm like, that's my mind these days. I honestly sometimes can't retain the information. So I asked God right before I came on, I was like, God, just speak to us tonight with whatever we need to hear. Like, he knows where our doubts are. He knows where our distractions are. So I asked him to speak through me, because honestly, I have notes and I'm not sure if this will ever even make sense. But so I wanted to talk about the importance of your momentum and how diluting it is probably the worst thing that can happen for you. It's the worst thing that can happen for me. It is just something we have got to start protecting and start realizing how important it truly is. And so I wanted to talk about that because how you most easily dilute your momentum is from the outside influences you let creep in. And I hope you heard the word creep, because when we think sometimes about losing momentum, we think we're going strong and then all of a sudden we fell off. And it's not that way. When a pilot is flying an airplane and his degree is off 1, that completely puts him into a whole nother place than he originated from. It's not that he turned the plane around. It's that it just was off a whole degree. And that whole degree literally shifted his course to his destination. And so tonight, I don't want to say, hey, there's these big screaming signs that are saying, look over here. No, it's going to be in everyday little things that you're going to start realizing that your momentum is being diluted. And that's where we have to grab hold of it. If you are running after a bonus this month, if you have not claimed one yet, or you're trying to claim your second one or third one, can you drop it in the comments below? I want to see how many ladies right now are literally, they have their mind and eyes on a goal this month. It really should be everyone because everyone has the ability to earn a bonus this month. So I hope it's so many different people are writing down their goals. And I want you to know that this is the month. I know we always say blinders on. I always know we say like, keep your mindset forward. Don't look left or right. But this is the month where you have to protect your momentum so fiercely that nothing can derail you. And I'm talking not pushing you off a cliff. I'm talking about that 1 degree difference, that one step that you didn't take that could have catapulted you to your destination. And so influence is a very sneaky thing because it doesn't have to be negative. Please hear me when I say this. When there is a mom who says, I'm completely anxious and I'm stressed to the max, guess what? She might be stressed to the max, but it's probably because she has a lot of kids and life is busy and things are good. That's not bad stress. It's normal. It's good, but it can be stressful. It can cause anxiety. Same with your influence. The influences that are distracting you from this goal right now might be good, but they're not good for you right now. And you need to understand that. If you just put a rank in that chat, I need you to write down on a paper, it might be good, but it's not good for me right now. Right now, it's called laser focus time. It's called I'm protecting my momentum. It's called this can wait. This is not a priority. You have to cultivate that place where your momentum can stay in a progressive state. And that's really, really important. There's a lot of you who are already frustrated that you think you're not going to hit a goal this month. And we got to talk about that too, because you're leaving no room for God. You are leaving no room for God. God doesn't ask you to have it started and finished. You might not know how it's going to work, but he says, start it and let me finish it. Let me show up. Let me come in and show you how I can do it. And so some of you guys are starting to take your foot off the pedal because you're getting nervous. Maybe I don't know why did I start this? I don't know, sure if I can do a bonus. I'm not sure if I can handle this much volume. I don't know if my friends will support me. All of those little things, guess what? That's called doubt, and that's influencing and diluting your momentum. It's time we stop. We cannot move forward with limiting beliefs in our mindset. You cannot have a broken mindset and expect breakthrough. You cannot live with a really big broken mentality and think you're going to claim a bonus at the end of the month. It's just impossible. You can't fly a degree off and expect to land in the same place that was your destination. It's just not how it works. And so tonight, I don't want another day to go by. I don't want another moment to go by where you guys in your goals that you put out here in this chat tonight are not just completely saturated with pure fire and momentum because you were learning how to protect it. So some of you guys have to look in the mirror and say, what is here that's diluting my momentum? Maybe it's not something on the outside. Maybe it's here. What are you telling yourself right now? Listen, I might have depression, but depression can't have me right now. You know why? Because it's diluting my momentum. And so I don't got time to be sad right now because I'm noticing that that doesn't progress my momentum. That dilutes it. And I don't have time for that. I don't have time for people or places or things that dilute my momentum right now, because when you block my momentum, guess what? You're blocking me. You're blocking me from what I need to be doing for my family, from that goal that you just put on that chat. Guess what? Whatever is coming in front of it is blocking you from having that, from achieving that. And I told my girls this the other day. I don't want you just to get $500 richer at the end of the month. But when you hit a goal that you set out for, girl, you're not just depositing $500, $1,200, $3,000 extra a month. You are literally proving to yourself, sometimes for the very first time in your life, that you can do what you set out to do, that you do have what it takes. This isn't about a $500 check. Are you kidding? That's the last thing I care about you gaining. I care about you gaining that confidence at the end of the month because you said, I want this goal and I'm going to run for it and I'm going to protect myself from any and everything that distracts me from claiming it. Listen, if I don't reach my goal at the end of the month, but I gave 100%, you think I'm mad at myself? No. If I knew I literally had laser focus, you think I'm mad at myself? No. But you know what happens when you don't hit the goal at the end of the month and you knew you could have given more? I'll tell you what happens. It's called regret. And regret doesn't look good on nobody. And so, girls, I don't know where your situation is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the doubt that needs to back up. I don't know if it's friendship circles that are distracting you. I don't know if you're going out too many times on the weekend and you're drinking and you're having fun, but that's not going to build your business right now. I don't know if it's Netflix that consumes you. I don't know if it's your family that you feel guilty from pulling away from. I don't know what it is that you put in that blank, but it's time for you to stop. You have to protect your momentum this month. This is valuable. Your momentum will be your $1 million. You have to protect it. I have notes because now I got off on a tangent, so I probably should look at them. Hold on, I threw them down because I know I have points that I'm not even hitting yet. I talked about outside influences. They're not abrupt. They creep in. You gotta be the one that recognizes and identifies them. That's up to you. That's not up to your leader, your sideline, your friend, your parents, your husband, whatever. That's up to you. You have to say, you know what? These thoughts, they're not pushing me forward. They gotta go. They gotta go. I don't have time for that. Let's see what I have. Let's turn the page. Give me a second, guys. I got a little out of control. We're in charge of the environment that our momentum can progress in. At the end of this month, if you don't hit a goal, you have to realize that that's because you are in charge of the environment. So if I don't hit a goal at the end of this month, guess what? I'm not going to look around and be like, well, it's because my family didn't support me and it's because I didn't have enough people. And it's because no, it's because I didn't cultivate that environment enough, that my momentum was worth more and that I needed to cancel plans and I needed pull off here and I needed to not respond and I needed to go away for a weekend or I needed to unplug, whatever it might be. And can I just interject here? This is not in my notes, but I think I just want to say this really quick, going back to like the good thing that might not be good for you. Sometimes I think we can think that we're doing all the right things, right? We can be like, I'm saying and doing all the right things. You know what? Some of you guys will do so much good for yourself by putting your phone down. I know it's bonus time, but go take your husband on a date and tell him your dreams. Tell him that you want his support. Tell him how much you appreciate him taking the extra load this month. Tell him those things. That might actually boom your business more than you scrolling that Instagram and getting a little bit more jealous of the person you see, getting a little bit more preoccupied with who's winning here and who's not winning there and yada, yada, yada. Some of you guys have twisted what's right and wrong for you. And that's what I'm trying to say is some of you guys are so darn distracted from your goal. You're going to fly somewhere completely different. And you think you're flying to a certain destination. You're going to land and be nowhere close. And that's why it's so important to align. Right now, we can't waste another day. It's go time, girls. At the end of this month, at the end of this year, at the end of this decade, I don't care if I know you or not. I want to scream and celebrate you at the top of my lungs because you just accomplished what you set out for. I said this too, and I don't know if it will interject here good or not, but it's like I'm married to a redneck, so bear with me with my analogies, but I was thinking this in the car. I'm like, it's literally like going hunting. You have binoculars and they are completely fuzzy. You have no focus to them, but you're holding a gun and you're like, I'm going to shoot a deer today. I'm going to claim that bonus. I'm going to be 4K, but your vision is so blurry. And you're saying all the right things and you're doing all the right things, right? The IPAs are done. I said happy birthday to everyone. I am 4K. But you got that gun and you're saying it and you're shooting it and all that, but your vision is so blurry. You think you're going to come home with a deer? You think you're going to come home with your prize, your goal? No. Guess how you focus that vision? It's one little click. Have you ever used binoculars and it's like you have to almost like make sure, and I have like chubby fingers, so like I'm like, oh gosh, that was a lot of weight. Like you have to like barely touch it, right? To like line it up. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about making U-turns. I'm talking about so laser focused that you're so spot on that nothing can derail you. It's one little shift that your binocular can focus now. You think you're going to come home with a deer if your binoculars are right on point? Yes, so much. Like, this is crazy. But we get so caught up thinking that we can just shoot a gun in the air and come home with the deer. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. It starts with you looking through the right lens with the right focus, at the right vision before you even make the moves. You can make the moves all day if you want. Some of you guys are doing every IPA humanly possible. And you're like, well, I'm frustrated. Your problem isn't your IPA list. Your problem is your frustration. Your problem is your heart isn't there yet. You're wanting the deer, but you're not wanting to refocus. And it's time right now we refocus. Write down something right now. Get a pen and say, man, I'm distracted. Man, I have way too many things going on. You know what? I need to cancel some plans. I need to cancel this. I need to go there. I need to stop this. What do you need to do to refocus right now? Just give me a second. I'm going to see what else I got. Oh. I'm not done yet, guys. I told you I was going to make this short and sweet, but we might not actually. I totally forgot I have a whole nother point. Ready? So when you can cultivate that momentum, right? Your momentum's going, you're running, your wheels are turning, and then it allows you to focus in. You get your vision clear. You got your focus lined up. You're really narrowed in. Guess what that puts you in? That puts you in position. And if you aren't in position, you can't reach your purpose. But when you can do all of these things that we talked about tonight, you're going to be in position. Some of you guys, once again, are wanting the end result and you're not in position. It's time to position yourself. Some of that means you need to get on your knees and be like, God, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I'm going to need your help. Or that might mean talking to your spouse and saying, I don't feel like you can support me, and I'm going to need you to support me. I need your belief in me. That might be talking to your friends and saying, you know what, right now it's not good because I have goals for my family. And that means so much more to me than a wine date on Friday night. That means so much more than going out right now. Some of you guys have to set your alarm a little earlier to get up. You might have to stay up a little later than your bedtime so that you can get your goals focused in. Some of you guys have to sacrifice. I said this to my girls today in our chat. When you have your why, the how, the who, the when, that doesn't matter. You grind the same way either way. It doesn't matter if there's a bonus on the line or not. When you have your why, you show up every day, not every other day, not once a week. You guys, it's your why that is off track. You have unfocused from your why. You have to find that tonight. The why is not the bonus. The why is the fact that you were not destined to come to this earth just to sit here and pass time. You have purpose tied to your name. Whatever your name is, fill in the blank and say, I have purpose that only I can deliver, that only my name can bring forth. And so at the end of this month, it's not a matter of 4,000 or 12,000. It's a matter of, did you just prove yourself? Did you just up level? Did you just get closer to your goals? Did you just reach your next level of purpose? Because that's what matters. If you have your why, girl, it doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter how. You're not going to even understand how. That's when you'll look back and be like, wow, I started it. I might have put it in motion, but God was like, here, this is how I'm going to do it. You know how many months that I have sat there and been like, I'm not actually sure how that happened. Like, I don't have answers for how I might have claimed that bonus or that promotion. I don't know how, but I don't need to know how. I don't need to know who God will use. I don't need to know when. I just need to know why. Why did you start this? And when you're in position, you can fight for your why. You can be lined up. If you don't know what your positioning is right now, you need to go back to the revelation as to why you started this in the first place. What made you click submit? What made you message that girl on Facebook? Did you even know her? No. What drew you to this? Why did you even consider Thrive? Were you so exhausted? Were you so depressed? Were you so far gone? Like, what was the reasoning? Get that revelation back in your heart. I'm a girl of faith. I love my Jesus. I love church. And we always kind of say this, even when you're referencing like your walk to God. Like sometimes it's hard because you get lost in your walk with God. I don't know if you understand that or feel that or relate. But like sometimes you're like, oh, why? Just kind of going through the motions. And we always used to say, go back to why. Where were you at the moment you needed God so desperately and he reached down and he saved you from the pit you were in? It's those moments you have to go back to. You're like, oh, okay, I might not be that same girl anymore, but I got to remember that girl. I got to remember where I started. I can't forget the girl that started Thrive. I can't forget shaking as I wrote M and had my walls up and I said, don't sell me, but I want to know. Like, I was so scared. I was so broken. I was so hurt. I can't forget that girl because my purpose is tied to that girl, because now I want to find that girl and I want to offer them hope like she did to me. And I want that to continue. And I want to bless my family in a way that I couldn't do without this business. You have to remember and get back to that. When you get back into positioning, man, you'll remember. I just have to say this, and I don't even know if it will hit, but Tribe, I feel like we're warring against society right now for women and men, but my heart's mostly for women. We are warring against losing women completely to depression, to emptiness, to being burnt out, to no purpose, no confidence. We are losing women daily, every day. Every day. It kills me. It breaks my heart. And as a tribe, us together, if one can reach 1,000, 10,000 can reach 10 million. You know what I mean? Together, we're gearing up to wage war against society taking us out. This is bigger. You got to think bigger. You got to get aligned. You got to get your vision clear. You're not selling a product, girl. You're selling a product. Go do that little lotion stand in the middle of the mall that annoys the crap out of people. You're not selling a product. Get that out of your head. Go look in the mirror tonight and say, I'm not a product seller. I'm a purpose dealer. I literally deliver purpose into women. I am claiming other people to stand back up when they have fallen, because I know what it's like. When people ask me, Jess, how do you know I'll make it? I'm like, because I did. Because I did this path first. And if I can make it, you can make it. And guess what? You need to make it now so that someone comes behind you and says, how can I make it? And you're going to say, girl, because I did. I learned these lessons. I grew these great lengths. I stepped up. I put my blinders on. I got laser focused. I found my why. I positioned myself and I ran like hell in the busiest month of the year when no one has money, and I proved myself. So if I can do it, guess what? You can too. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys tonight. I wanted you guys to go into the rest of this month fighting. You might not know how. You might not know when that's going to happen. You don't know who. But if you can claim your why tonight, girls, you will wake up so early. You will go to bed so late. You will literally get so confident. You will not let one word distract your momentum. There's nothing that's going to block me. Listen, you got to be so focused this rest of the month. It's not for me, it's for you. You. So look in the mirror tonight and say, I'm doing this for me. I have purpose. I have reason, and someone needs me to go first. And so this month, I'm going first. And next year, when I'm telling girls on my chats that they can do this, guess what? You'll have a story to prove that you did it. And that's why we do this. So I hope that you will just charge for it. I hope that you won't let holiday parties and holiday events and no money and no time and lots of kids and lots of stress and too many circles and too many things distract you from that goal you put on this chat tonight, because you are very, very worth claiming it. And at the end of the month, I want to be cheering you all on. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.